Good evening. We are back with you live here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact team. We have been tracking showers and some thunderstorms moving through, and so far these have remained below severe limits. We had been watching for the potential for some of these storms that could ramp up and get strong. So far we have seen some of these storms that have had winds 40 to 50 miles an hour, just below what we would classify as severe criteria. It would have to have winds of 58 miles an hour or greater, or hail of an inch in diameter or greater for it to be classified as severe. And so far, the storms that we have been watching have been just below that severe criteria. We are holding on to our 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert for the next hour or so until about 11 o'clock is when this will expire, as we expect to see some of these showers start to diminish somewhat. And the main threats we're talking about: some strong storms with heavy rain and the potential for some damaging wind. I'm not really overly concerned about a tornado risk or much of a hail risk out there. But still, some on the south side are holding together pretty well. We're going to watch those over the next hour or so. We should begin to see some trends of those storms weakening somewhat as they continue to move down toward the south and also to the east. So just continue to stay alert during the evening hours tonight, especially south of I-20, where we see most of the action that's going on right now. It's been really interesting to watch this because we've been watching two areas. One, to the north and west of us, that was when we had some pretty good storms that were in parts of Alabama and Tennessee. As those moved into northwest Georgia, this part of that has been pretty much falling apart, moving into the more cooler and stable air over North Georgia. But in this corridor south of I-20, where we held on to some temperatures that were in the lower 80s for a longer period of time, that's as these storms have developed in Alabama. Moving in on the south side, these storms have been able to hold together pretty well, and actually they were growing somewhat in intensity just a little while ago, again coming out of Alabama, moving through there on the south side. The main threats we're still seeing with those are those pockets of heavy rain. We do have some areas of thunder and lightning here with those as well. But they're still below what we would classify as severe limits. Now here in Atlanta, we're fine. These showers, we had a couple of rounds of showers, or a few rounds of showers that came through earlier, one around lunchtime, one around around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and then another little brief shower that came in around closer to 7 or 8 o'clock, and then that moved out. A couple of lighter showers out I-20 near Conyers. But if you look here, those showers that moved through Atlanta earlier pushed well off to the east and over into South Carolina. I'm going to take you into South Carolina in just a bit to show you some interesting storms over there near Columbia. But I really want to focus on these on the south side, because this is where, again, we had that corridor south of I-20 with those temperatures that were a little bit warmer. We started seeing some showers just kind of developing from nowhere in Alabama, feeding into our area, and then those fed off of that fuel of just slightly warmer temperatures and a little more instability. And we've been watching these showers become a little better organized and getting a little bit stronger there with those pockets of heavy rain and some of the thunder and lightning. Now, a little bit earlier, I'm going to put this in live mode really quick as you're watching this loop here for the next 2 hours. I'm going to put this into the live mode and also query this lightning count, because this is kind of going to be interesting to see if the number of lightning strikes is holding together here. A little bit earlier, okay, it's a 102. So a little bit earlier, I did this when we were before the 9 o'clock hour, and it had come up just a little bit to around 114 or so. Still pretty close to the same number of lightning strikes there, but I'm going to be watching that to see if those lightning count numbers come down. The sun just went down a little while ago. We're losing some of the heating on the south side, and we should see these showers and storms begin to diminish somewhat. But still, this is a pretty good coverage of rain on the south side. I'm going to clear that off here for you really quick so you can get a closer look at some of these showers that we're watching. We have these over near LaGrange and Troup County, Heard County, some of those heavier showers with thunder and lightning. Coweta County had some, Meriwether County, some in the southern parts of Fayette County. This in Spalding County holding together pretty well. Lamar County, some showers there right along 75, going into Butts County, Jasper County, and Putnam County. Those are the spots where we see that better coverage of some of the more heavy rain and also some of the thunder and lightning in association with that too. So let's get it a little bit closer to these here. Still this feed coming in from Alabama. pushing this moisture our way through parts of Cleburne County and Randolph County. That's just north of Lafayette, right around Shiloh, near Roanoke, and just south of that, this heavy shower pushing on into parts of Troup County, southern Heard County, Franklin getting that. So this again is still pretty far south from I-20 is what we're talking about here. Going into these areas here of northern Meriwether County, Coweta County, you've been dealing with some of those heavier showers and a little bit of thunder and lightning. And then this is the cluster I'm watching around Griffin and Spalding County that has more of that heavy rain coming down right now and some thunder and lightning. Now we were seeing clusters of thunder and lightning earlier in the Haralsonville area. We had a good bit of lightning here that was between Sonoya and Gay. That has let up a little bit, not as much lightning with that as what we had earlier, but some of that holding together as it goes into Griffin with just a few lightning strikes with that. So that's showing signs that that one may be weakening somewhat. Additional showers here in Butts County, moving over near Monticello in Jasper County, Eatonton here in Putnam County, a couple of pockets there with some of that heavier rain in those areas, moving up into Greene County. And again, this is Lake Oconee right here on the Putnam and Greene County line, moving up to Morgan County right up here, that northern part north of I-20 and north of, or near Greensboro actually, where we have those pockets of heavier rain and still some thunder and lightning. I will go down and show you this one over into parts of Jones County and going into Baldwin County near Milledgeville. The National Weather Service did put out a special weather statement on that one, indicating some really heavy rain. We've got some intense thunder and lightning with that too. And they were saying winds with that were around 40 miles an hour or up to 40 miles an hour. Again, below those severe limits. And then additional storms down from Macon, going over toward these areas toward Crawford County, southern parts of Upson County. Now there to the east of Thomaston, we've got a nice little cluster there of heavy rain and thunder and lightning, but then continuing over toward Talbot County where we have those heavier showers. But those are well down to the south of us right now. So you can see that motion where that moisture is coming out of Alabama, feeding along here pretty much south of I-20, and that's where we have the better chance for some of those storms that, again, are just kind of hovering just below what we would classify as severe criteria there on the south side. Now, let me take you over into South Carolina. As we had storms here in Elbert County and over near parts of Stevens County, along I-85 there near Hartwell, we started to see some thunderstorm warnings pop over in South Carolina near Greenwood. Now that that's moving over near Columbia and north of Columbia, we've got a couple of tornado warnings there. One of our colleagues, one of our technometeorologists, you saw him on one of our special weather elements that we show you every once in a while where I talk to other meteorologists around different cities there. Efren Afante is doing some special coverage there right now with these tornado warnings just to the north of Columbia. So it's interesting to see, even though these storms aren't really highly favored for rotation, that's why we say that it could happen at any time, because that's what's happening over north of Columbia right now. Columbia wasn't even in any type of outlook for any tornadic activity today. North Georgia. We were watching these storms because they were coming out of Alabama and Tennessee, and it was a pretty good coverage of storms that were moving through. But as they moved into North Georgia, those temperatures there were already coming down, but they were already cooler from other rain showers earlier that kind of worked over the atmosphere. And that atmosphere didn't really have time to recharge. So as those showers and storms moved in, they're falling apart. Just a little bit of light rain left over in parts of Gilmer County over near Ellijay. And we don't see much in Fannin County right now. Some of those sprinkles will make it over toward Blairsville and into parts of Union and into Towns County in just a bit. But most of the action is here on the south side right now with those pockets of moderate to heavy rain, thunder and lightning, and again, those winds generally up to around 40 miles an hour in some of those individual storms. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, we have additional moisture pushing in from Alabama. All this has to keep coming our way. We've got a little front that's going to move our way, trying to stall out. I do think it'll make it on through and help to push a lot of those rain showers and storms out of our area. And then things will hopefully improve as we go through the rest of the overnight hours. Here's a live look. I want to show you this. I know that these cameras are getting kind of dark, but this is our tower cam down at Echo Park, down at Hampton, what used to be Atlanta Motor Speedway, now with the new name there. And we're looking over to the south and east where we see these clouds that have been developing there. Got some good rain coming down with that. I wanted to show this and kind of stay on this just for a moment to see if we can see any lightning strikes out of that. I was just looking, I see a flashing light here. I wanted to make sure this camera wasn't frozen because nothing's really moving there. But this is actual live because we can see that light blinking in the background. But every once in a while, we will see some lightning strikes with those storms from that system that is south of the Hampton area. This is our view right now up in the Noonan area. I've kind of moved the camera over a little bit so we can see some of those additional storms potential there. But you can see all the dark clouds, and we've had some rain coming down there too. Now, remember last hour when I was doing this update at 8 o'clock and we were talking about expecting a new update from the Storm Prediction Center, and I was anticipating that they would most likely take the level 2 risk away from us. They did that. They left us in the green color here, which is the level 1 of 5 risk, meaning that the chances for severe storms have come down a little bit, but they haven't totally gone away. There's a chance for just a few isolated stronger storms, and that's what we're kind of tracking there on the south side, still with that level 1 risk. And again, moderate risk for some pockets of heavy rain or some strong winds, not worried about a tornado risk or a hail risk now with this latest update. And that level 1 risk goes away over to the east tomorrow, and we're not even going to be in any type of severe weather risk tomorrow. Even though we still have the chance for some showers to come through at times, our rain chances are going to be much lower, and our dry hours are going to be much higher. There'll just be a chance for some scattered showers to develop here in those afternoon hours. Let's take a look at the high today. 84. I wanted to take another look at this because I told you earlier we will get a new update on this. Earlier we were telling you about 900ths of an inch of rain. With the latest update, it's now 1100ths of an inch of rain officially at Hartsfield-Jackson for that almanac. Now this is what I'm talking about with those temperatures. They were a little milder, a little cooler up in North Georgia. So as that rain and those storms came in from Alabama and Tennessee, it moved into that more stable air. On the south side, we had some 80s a little bit earlier, and that's why those storms have been holding together a little bit better well to the south of I-20. Now those temperatures are falling into the 70s. Peachtree City, you just went to 72, and that's thanks to the rain-cooled air that's coming in with some of those showers. 75 in Covington right now and 79 over in the Thomaston area. So we're going to keep watching these showers on the south side through the rest of the nighttime hours. Again, what we're seeing there is not as widespread as what is showing up on this model here, but I want you to watch the model for the trends showing all of that moving to the east and moving out. By 11 o'clock, we're thinking a lot of that's going to be falling apart, pushing to the south of us. In the morning, maybe just a couple of isolated showers on the north side, but I really think most of us will be dry. Lunchtime, a mixture of sunshine and clouds here. In the afternoon, this model is trying to show a little line developing here. I don't think this is going to be as widespread either, but we've got about a 30% chance for some scattered or isolated showers to pop up in the afternoon hours tomorrow. Again, with the heating, moisture left behind from all this rain that we've been dealing with. Some drier air, though, trying to filter into parts of North Georgia during the day tomorrow and into Wednesday. Wednesday's rain chances are going to be even lower. We're only going to go with a 20% chance for a shower. Look at the dry weather for the first part of the day, and then in the afternoon, maybe just a couple little showers popping up here and there, just with the heat and humidity bubbling up, a couple of those later on in the day. So that's mainly what we're going to be watching going into Wednesday. Thursday, we do see the rain chance come back up to 30%. This model showing a little better chance for some of those showers to be popping up later on in the day here on your Thursday. Here's a look at that drier air trying to filter in. The blue color on this moisture map indicates the drier air. See that tomorrow? Trying to move into far North Georgia with all the moisture more down to the south of us. Pretty much stays with us on Wednesday too, but then back into Thursday, the yellows try to move back up to the north. That's more of that moist air that is pushing back into our area. So that's going to stick with us on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and that's when we see those rain chances that are going to be coming back up as well. So here's again what we're watching with those rain chances over the next 7 days. We'll be watching the rain chances on the lower end on Tuesday as well as on Wednesday. A 30% chance for showers on Tuesday, 20% chance Wednesday, back to a 30% chance for showers pushing into Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday and Sunday, back to a 40% chance for some showers here, and then back to 30% on Monday. So I know you're seeing those percentages sticking with us each and every day, but some days have slightly higher rain chances than others. And again, we think that would be mainly scattered stuff, and high temperatures pretty much holding in the mid and upper 80s. So it is going to be staying warm out there. Stay with us. We're going to keep your radar loop up for you here for a while. We may do another live update at 10, depending on how things are looking on the south side. Otherwise, we'll be resetting and have more for you coming up tonight at 11 o'clock on 11 Alive News. Thanks for watching.